Welcome. It's Facts You Don't Know. If it's your first time here and you want to find out new facts that will definitely make you smarter and more, well, and first make sure to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss anything.
Love is a feeling that we attach great importance to throughout our lives. It's usually born of a need to establish an effective bond. It's maintained thanks to the affection and care between people who love each other. In today's society, throughout history, love has been represented as a powerful source of energy, that which cures everything and the key to happiness. When love is reciprocated, it means that we feel for a person, that person also feels for us. This type of love is necessary to start and maintain a constructive and healthy relationship. The story starring Getter and David has gone viral on social media. The couple met, danced, swing in 2015, and started like that. David went to the place with his friend. The music was so moving and catchy that his friend quickly took a girl out to dance, who was without a partner, leaving David very alone. He didn't dare ask a girl to dance. He was very shy, but it was there that Getter saw him so lonely and embarrassed and decided to ask her to dance. He very shyly accepted and they danced. At the end of the song, they both headed to the side of the dance floor. What to give him? She asked for his name and he very shyly replied, "My name is David Muller, and you?" And she said, "Hi David, my name's Getter." The conversation kept flowing. In addition, they danced many songs that night, and that was the beginning of their great romance. David Muller and Getter lived in Connecticut, a very beautiful city. They both had many dates since that day. They got along very well and were very compatible. Getter taught David to be less shy and showed him her favorite places in the city when she wanted to get away from the world for a moment. They complemented each other. They felt whole when they were together. It was a sensation that they had never experienced before. As the months passed, David decided to introduce his girlfriend to the family. He'd never done it before and had a nervous breakdown in a good way. That day, Getter arrived at her boyfriend's house, and she looked very beautiful and presentable. They were both very nervous, but the way David's family was very welcoming. So much so that this made his nerves fade with the passing of the hours, and Getter was unable to unfold and be able to make his very pleasant personality known. And it's for that reason that David's parents loved her. They felt she was the right girl for their son. 2 years have passed since then, and David was sure that Getter was the love of his life, whom he wanted to get married to and grow old with her. So he was ready to propose to her. He wanted it to be just what Getter had always envisioned it, so he immediately began preparations. Days later, Getter left for annual checkups, but she was not expecting the news that would be about to change her life, because the next day when Getter went to collect her results, she was surprised that she had a serious illness. She had a disease in her breasts that had spread to the lymph nodes. That devastated her very much, and she immediately called David to tell him. He didn't imagine it either, but when she told him, he was also devastated, but he tried to encourage her. Above all, she tried to encourage him to fight to keep going. David did not want to extend the proposal, so that same night he called Getter saying that he would stop by at her place at 8 p.m. to surprise her. So Getter enlisted as pretty as she could in a little time she had. And when the time came, David asked Getter by call to get out of the house. And like in a fairy tale with carriages and champagne, on December 23rd, David Muller proposed to Getter Muller, but accompanied by beautiful words. "My love, in these 2 years I've been the happiest man in the world, and it's because of the wonderful woman that God put me in the way. There are 2 reasons why I want to spend the rest of my life with you. The first reason is that I cannot imagine any other person next to me in the future other than you. And the second is that I do not intend to abandon you in this difficult stage that now you're going to have to live. So I will not abandon you. I'll be by your side day and night. Getter, love of my life, do you want to marry me?" She couldn't believe it, and she said yes without thinking twice and hugged him. After that, Getter got into the carriage with David, and they took a romantic walk with glasses of champagne. After several months of struggle, despite the surgeries and chemotherapies she was subjected to, by September, the disease had spread throughout her body, and she had to be hospitalized. But the lovers went ahead with their wedding plans for December 30th. A year after the request, as the date approached, the doctors called Getter's parents and David. They were warned that the woman might not make it to the day in question. So they advanced the wedding on the 23rd. They advanced the preparations. They had to invite the close family, since the place where it was going to take place was very small. Also, as Getter wanted, she looked beautiful as she'd dreamed. Her family had to find a wig, and they got one similar to her original hair color. When the long-awaited day arrived, Getter's mother and sister came to the hospital to dress her up and put her in makeup. It was quite an emotional day, full of happy tears. His sister always tried to get strong for her older sister, Getter, but deep down, she wanted her sister to have had the wedding she always dreamed of and have a long and fulfilling life. Getter dressed as a bride and said, "Yes, I do." She became David's wife in a small but beautiful ceremony inside the hospital in Hartford on Friday, December 23rd. Her family members were present there, and as a surprise to Getter, her closest friends and David's were also there. Sadly, 18 hours after the wedding, she passed away, leaving a deep hole in the hearts of her family, friends, and especially in the heart of David. Christina Lee has shared these images of the ceremony, one of her bridesmaids who wrote the following on Facebook. "I've been asked to share these beautiful photos I took. Getter in all his glory next to the man of her dreams. She did. They have. What a miracle to witness the love between these two soulmates. Their only words were their vows." Her friend and maid of honor, Christina, related. While the groom himself added that seeing Getter in a white dress, all arranged and ready to take that step in her life was simply surprising. "She reminded me of someone crossing the finish line of a marathon. That was how determined she always was," David commented, while praising the strong and irresistible character of his wife. Sadly, 18 hours later she died. According to the boyfriend told CBS, the 31-year-old was very strong and determined. She was tough. Anyone would have given up long ago. Doctors even said they didn't know how she was still alive. Getter told me, "I want to continue fighting, and that's the mantra I want to follow. She's my great love and she died, but I've not lost her forever," he concluded. Getter chose to spend her last hours celebrating and surrounded by the people she loved, and the people who loved her most, says her friend Christina Lee, who's also published on her Instagram account some of the wedding images that went viral, since they were spread on social networks and touched the hearts of billions of people. Valuing the couple refers to the sincere and open act of recognizing all the good things that the couple has, going beyond not only recognizing them, but also knowing how to accept them as they are, of communicating the good things with the aim of building together items I mentioned in the beginning. A relationship where you live in harmony. Value that being you love and loves you. Because many couples would like to live their happily ever after, and because of the things in life, such as deaths from accidents or illnesses, they're prevented from obtaining their happily ever after. You, who finds you healthy, who also has your healthy partner, don't wait until it's too late to start evaluating yourself. You are the only ones who give you the possibility to change that course. I hope you liked this story as much as I did. Thanks for watching. Please like and share the video in social networks. We'll be right back to you as fast as we can.